How wool is made from animal fur in factories. Wool is one of nature's most remarkable fibers. Soft, warm, breathable, and entirely renewable. But how exactly does it go from a sheep's back to the clothing in your closet? It all starts on the farm. Wool doesn't come from the skin of animals, like leather does. Instead, it comes from the fleece, the dense, curly fur, of animals such as sheep, alpacas, goats, and rabbits. Sheep, especially, are the primary source of commercial wool. Once a year, usually in spring, sheep are sheared to collect their fleece. This process is painless and essential for the animal's health. Skilled shearers use electric clippers to remove the fleece in one large piece. A single sheep can produce between 2 and 30 pounds of wool, depending on the breed. After shearing, the fleece goes through a step called skirting, where dirty or unusable parts, mainly around the edges, are removed. Then the fleece is graded, based on fiber fineness, length, strength, and cleanliness. Finer wool is used for garments, while coarser grades go into carpets, insulation, or upholstery. Next, the fleece heads to a wool processing factory, where it begins its transformation into usable fiber. The first major step is scouring, a deep cleaning process. Wool straight from the sheep contains lanolin, dirt, sweat, and bits of grass or straw. In industrial scouring, the wool is washed in hot water and mild detergents, removing these contaminants while preserving the integrity of the fiber. Once clean, some wool undergoes carbonizing, a treatment with mild acid and heat to remove any leftover vegetable matter. Not all wool needs this step. It depends on how clean the original fleece was and what the final product will be. After cleaning, the wool is carded. This is a mechanical process where the fibers are disentangled and aligned using rotating drums covered with fine wire. The carding machine turns the wool into a thin, fluffy web, which is then condensed into long ropes called slivers. This step removes short or broken fibers and gets the wool ready for spinning. For higher quality yarn, the wool is combed after carding. Combing straightens the fibers further and removes the shortest ones, producing a smoother, stronger product suitable for fine clothing. Next comes spinning, where the slivers are drawn out and twisted into yarn. Spinning machines stretch and twist the wool into threads of varying thickness, depending on the product. Fine yarns are used for suits or dresses. Thicker ones are ideal for sweaters and blankets. Once spun, the yarn may be dyed. Wool can be dyed at different stages, before or after spinning, or even after being made into fabric. Large vats are used for dyeing in factories, and care is taken to manage water and chemical use responsibly. From here, the wool yarn moves on to weaving or knitting. In weaving, yarns are interlaced on looms to create structured fabrics like flannel or tweed. Knitting, by contrast, loops yarn into soft, stretchy textiles commonly used for garments like sweaters, hats, and scarves. Once the fabric is made, it goes through finishing processes. These can include fulling, which slightly felts the fabric to make it denser, or brushing, which raises surface fibers for softness. Pressing gives the fabric a smooth, refined appearance. At this point, the wool fabric is ready to be turned into products. It is cut, sewn, and assembled into finished goods, from coats and pants to upholstery and rugs. Whether done by hand or with the help of machines, this stage brings the final design to life. Before leaving the factory, wool products undergo quality control checks. Inspectors make sure the color, strength, texture, and construction all meet standards. Once approved, the items are packaged and shipped out to stores and customers around the world. From shearing on the farm to spinning in the factory, the wool-making process blends tradition with technology. Though machines have made the work faster and more precise, the core steps, shearing, cleaning, carding, spinning, and weaving, are much the same as they were hundreds of years ago. Wool is beloved not only for its warmth and softness, but for its performance. It's breathable, naturally fire-resistant, moisture-wicking, and even odor-resistant. Keeps you warm in winter and cool in summer. And as a biodegradable, renewable material, it's a sustainable choice in a world looking for eco-friendly solutions. So next time you pull on a cozy wool sweater or wrap up in a woolen scarf, remember the incredible journey that fiber has taken. From grazing fields to precision machinery, From fleece to fabric, wool is a story of nature, care, and craftsmanship.